My name is Bob Vieth, and I am a STEM outreach coordinator here at the Edgerton Center. And what does that mean? It means I work with schools both in the greater Boston area and now starting to work with schools not only across the country but around the world to bring STEAM, new methods of STEAM education to teachers and kids. The Edgerton Center was started about 25 years ago. It's as part of the legacy of Doc Edgerton, who was a huge proponent of hands-on learning. The space that we are currently sitting in is a very well-used and unique space at the Edgerton Center. This is our student project laboratory. We have a number of programs that operate in this laboratory. Essentially what we do is open the doors on Saturday morning, and kids, Cambridge area kids, there's no sign up, there's no charge. It's an open door policy. Any kids can come in, accompanied by an adult if they're very young, and they can do anything they want to in this room. We provide the materials and the space and the tools and the expertise. The kids have to provide the enthusiasm and the motivation and the ideas. Some of the barriers that we've experienced in bringing design thinking to schools is that it is new. If you ask people to define what design thinking is, it's very hard to wrap your mind around a specific definition. So because there's a certain element of the unknown, or you really can't put your hands on it, people are worried about adopting it. Very often it's board of trustees or boards of education who are so wary of causing friction within the school community that they are hesitant to adopt anything new. And they take some convincing sometimes. I think the kids are the easiest component to deal with, because especially younger kids, because K-8 kids will try anything. They love the new and the ambitious and teach me a new way of learning. A little more difficult with 9-12 because they've been set in their ways. But as design thinking or experiential learning starts to move its way through grade levels and get up into the upper grades, then the 9th through 12th graders are going to expect to be using experiential learning in their classrooms, and they're going to demand it of the teachers. And there's nothing wrong with that. You need somebody with vision, somebody who is enthusiastic, somebody who is willing to take a chance on something new. And then you need teachers who are willing also to take chances and to possibly make changes and not do something the same way they've been doing it for years, because it's easier not to change than it is to change. To have education be not only student-centered, but student-driven. So the teacher very often should not be, or most often should not be, the sage on the stage. And you need kids who appreciate the environment that they're in and are willing to participate and who are motivated to participate. So I think one thing where you need to start is get district personnel trained in how to use design thinking. Go to a design thinking workshop and practice it. Have somebody model design thinking with you. Hire a consultant in design thinking to initially help you with a problem, identify a problem, and then help out with it. You can't read about design thinking in a book and then try to practice it. You have to see it done. You have to participate in it to appreciate the subtleties. So a lot of the professional development that we've been doing most recently has revolved around teaching teachers about how to apply design thinking in a K-12 setting, in an educational setting. So here's one thing I say to teachers, generally during summer PD. How much do you let the kids design your classroom? The kids who are going to be in your classroom, do you ask for their input about how to design it? Most teachers will say no. Because the teachers are used to having things just so in their classrooms. They want to know where things are. They want it to look neat. So, and I get all that. But the teacher is not the end user in the classroom. The kid is. So shouldn't kids have some input as to what the classroom should look like? And it's a perfect challenge to be addressed by design thinking. First day of school, rapid ideate. Figure out what it is the students want. Put together a list of wants and needs. Have the kids throw up ideas of how to address those wants and needs. Do a little bit of prototyping, and then arrange the classroom the way the kids see it as being most comfortable as a learning environment for them. And just because you do that on the first couple of days, you're not losing a lot of instructional time. In fact, I think that is instructional time. And it doesn't mean that the classroom footprint is written in stone. Redesign it on January 1st. Let the kids do it all over again. See how it changes and see what the kids have learned. Many educators hear the term design thinking, especially K-12 educators, hear the term design thinking, and building administrators go, boy, we need to get doing that because it's going to solve all our problems. And that is not true. It is simply one tool out of many in an educator's toolbox. So in with design thinking, I would put tinkering studios or maker spaces or whatever you want to call them, problem-based learning, constructivism, constructionism, community-based learning, dialogic learning. These are all tools that teachers can use. And you should not be using any one tool all of the time because, for instance, design thinking is not appropriate for solving all problems. It is appropriate for those really large, sticky problems that have no clear-cut answer at the end.